So let's talk about AI. I mean, it's everywhere, right? It's promising to change, well, basically everything. Our jobs, our lives, the whole shebang. But what is it, really? Is it this brilliant new partner for humanity? Or is it something we should be a little worried about? Let's break it down.
Yeah, this is the million-dollar question, isn't it? You read the headlines, and it sounds like AI is either this super genius that's going to solve all our problems, or it's this clueless machine that makes these wild, sometimes hilarious mistakes. The truth? Well, the truth is way more interesting, and it's kind of right there in the middle.
Okay, so before we dive in, let's just make sure we're all on the same page. When we say AI, what are we actually talking about? Well, at its core, AI is all about making machines do stuff that, normally takes a human brain. Things like learning from experience, making judgment calls, and even just understanding what they see and hear. All right, first up, let's look at the cool stuff. The promise. What can AI actually do? Because this is the part that feels like a genuine superpower, and it's already changing our world. Okay, its first and maybe most basic superpower is just raw speed. AI systems can chew through massive, and I mean mind-bogglingly massive amounts of data at a speed no human could ever hope to match. And they do it with incredible accuracy. And with that speed comes this amazing ability to find patterns that are totally hidden from us. An AI can look at millions of stock trades to predict where the market's headed, or it can sift through thousands of medical images to spot the earliest signs of a disease. It's seeing these invisible connections in finance, in medicine, in climate science. It's like having X-ray vision for data. But here's where it gets really wild. AI systems aren't just static programs. They actually learn. Seriously, the more data they get, the smarter they become at their specific job. This whole idea of constant improvement, that's the magic behind what we call machine learning. So how does that work? Well, think about something like your Netflix recommendations. First, you feed it data, everything you've ever watched. Then its algorithms get to work finding patterns, like, hey, people who liked this show also really liked that movie. And finally, it improves. It gets better and better at suggesting stuff you're actually going to want to watch. And boom, that's machine learning in a nutshell. But it's not just about crunching numbers. Modern AI can also kind of perceive the world like we do. We're actually giving machines the ability to see using image recognition and to hear through speech processing. And believe me, you're using this tech every single day, probably without even thinking about it. Unlocking your phone with your face? That's AI. Asking Siri or Alexa for the weather? Yep, that's AI too. It's even helping doctors analyze X-rays and MRIs with more accuracy than ever before. This perception thing, it's already all around us. So, okay, AI is fast, it learns, it can see and hear. It sounds pretty much unstoppable, right? Well, that's only half the story. To really get what AI is about, we have to look at the other side of the coin, where it falls, and I mean dramatically short. And this right here is probably the most crucial point to understand. An AI can be incredibly smart at a specific task, but it has zero wisdom. It doesn't have true understanding or just, basic common sense. I mean, think about it. An AI lacks consciousness, it doesn't have emotions, and it has no real-world common sense. So it might follow a set of logical rules to a conclusion that's technically correct, but practically absurd. It's just following the code without that common sense filter that we humans bring to the table. And here's another huge weakness. An AI is only as good as the data you feed it. This is the ultimate garbage in, garbage out scenario. If you train it on flawed, messy, or biased data, you are absolutely going to get flawed, messy, or biased results. Every single time, period. Let's take a real-world example. If you train an AI on a company's past hiring decisions, and that company has a history of bias, the AI isn't going to magically fix that. No way. It's going to learn that pattern. It will see it as a rule. And then it will automate that bias, maybe even making it worse. It just continues the mistakes of the past, but now at lightning speed. And that brings us to a really big problem. AI runs on pure logic and code. It doesn't have a moral compass. It has no sense of right and wrong. It simply does what it's told, following its instructions to the letter, no matter what the consequences might be. And this is exactly why human oversight is completely non-negotiable. Because without it, that same powerful tool that can spot a tumor can also be used for widespread surveillance, or it can be used to create those incredibly convincing deepfake videos. See, the tech itself isn't good or evil, but it will follow the rules we give it, wherever they might lead.
So, on one hand, we've got this incredibly capable genius. On the other, a limited, kind of clueless machine. The reality, of course, is that AI is a tool, and its ultimate value and its ultimate risk, it all depends entirely on us, on the human factor. This chart really lays it all out, doesn't it? AI gives us unbelievable speed, but man, it is hungry for data. It can look like a genius in one specific area, but it has zero general wisdom. It can put things together in ways that seem creative, but it lacks true human originality. And it's a master at following rules, but it has absolutely no moral judgment of its own. So after all this, what's the big takeaway? What should you remember? It's this. Think of AI as a powerful assistant, not as a human replacement. It's an incredible tool that can augment our own intelligence, our own creativity, but only if we guide it wisely.
And that's what I want to leave you with. AI is basically a mirror. It learns from the data we give it, and it operates by the rules we write for it. So the real question isn't, what will AI become? The real question is, what are we going to choose to make it? Because ultimately, it's going to reflect us. So what should it reflect about humanity?